Hello, my name is Riley Grove, and today we'll be discussing Global Citizens Activity 5, This is America, How Childish Gambino Relates to Goal 16. This is America by Childish Gambino or Donald Glover is a look into the eyes of America based on the perspective of black people. Specifically, it comments on the inequality and different priorities of the American government when it comes to shootings, specifically those that black people are involved in. Goal 16 says that its goal is to, quote, promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective and accountable and inclusive institutions at all levels. This video attempts to promote the lack of inclusivity and the singling out of those who are people of color when it comes to the police shootings and American shootings in general. The video comments on the lack of accountability and the irony of how America is supposed to be the land of equality and opportunity that accepts and cares for everybody, but quickly falls into the side of America that is oppressive and where justice is slanted against one side depending on those in power. The video connects to Goal 16 in that it seeks to educate and highlight how far away we are from actually achieving peaceful societies that are inclusive and provide justice for all levels like Goal 16 seeks to accomplish. There are four terms that I wanted to discuss today relating to This is America by Childish Gambino when it comes to Goal 16. The first is power. Power is defined as the ability of one to influence and control people and events and people and events. Example that is used in the book is a leader that tells people what to do and they do it. Power can be seen most evidently in the scenes in the video with the use of guns and violence. Gambino uses these symbols of guns and shooting people to display the control and power in the video. This is a reference to the control and power that police have over minorities and use against those who don't have that power. This display showcases the inequality and irony of America as a free country. Floyd talks about power on page 294, and the examples in the music video are from 51 to 53 and 154 to 156. The second term is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is described in the book as behaviors and characteristics that show and illustrate ideas without words or sound. Floyd, page 121. Nonverbal communication illustrates ideas without words or sound. The example that is used for nonverbal communication in the book is someone pointing which way to go instead of telling them where to go. The example in the music video that is most showing of nonverbal communication is from 222 to 235, when the camera pans past a bunch of people in the background with their phones out, and how there are so many things happening in the background of the video. There's rioters, police cars, cars on fire, and that all communicates the same thing. It's the lack of words that speak so loudly about how the world in America today is still just as scary and violent for black people and those minorities as it has been forever, with a looming threat of police brutality and violence. The third term is ethics. Ethics is defined by Floyd in the book as the rules and guides of deciding what is right and wrong. Floyd, page 25. The example used in the book is the question of, is it ethical to make your neighbors feel obligated to contribute money to your cause? The example in the music video can be seen anywhere guns are used and violence is on screen. Many times in the video, the ethics of shooting another human being is on display. There's no discussion or question that killing or shooting people is wrong, but the real discussion comes from who is doing the shooting. The video leads you to believe that it's Gambino, but what he is trying to show is that most of the shootings are being instigated by police violence and brutality that are in power. You can see this with the police sirens that can be heard in the background of the video and police cars that are present in the background of the music video as well. The instances of violence come from 51 to 53 and 154 to 156, and the sirens and police cars are examples at 2 minutes to 2:03 and 2:18 to 2:36. The fourth and final term is face work. Face work is defined by Floyd as the way in which we try to maintain a certain image for others. Floyd, page 83. The example used in the book is not very clear. There's no specific example used for face work, but the example in the music video are any time where Glover is using his face to display and show things. But the specific example that I have is from 148 to 156. Glover uses this super upbeat and happy looking face throughout the video that quickly turns to a deadpan look with little to no emotion. The transition from face 1 to face 2 occurs whenever the grim reality of life in America is shown to the audience. Glover does a really good job of using his face in that way to portray the feelings of those under siege in America, specifically those in the black community who face the fear and threat of police violence and brutality, which is the overall theme of the video in my opinion, although it's up to interpretation. Glover does his best to keep up appearance of a great country with his smile until the moment he pulls the trigger. In conclusion, I've learned about the many types of communication and the methods in which communication is used. I've learned about the trials and tribulations of different groups and their difficulties in their communications with others. And finally, I've learned a lot about myself and that I have a long way to go before understanding the world and those around me. But with classes like this, I can experience and learn about those who have different perspectives and communicate that well to others. As always, these are my sources. Thank you very much.